Most men will not do the hard work. You know what? If you decide to be different in this area and do the hard work, then you will see good results in every area of your life by the age of 30. Most men aren't willing to wait till they are 30 years old, either to receive the majority of the rewards and believe they only want to do in life is instant gratification, which includes anything from laying in bed and not going to the gym, going on YouTube instead of being productive. Do you think Steve Jobs would be where well, not today, but where he got to, if he spent 2 hours watching anime, 2 hours on YouTube, and 3 hours playing Call of Duty? He wouldn't have time to change the world. Now, to be honest, most of his inventions actually took the world backwards, not forwards, but it took him forwards and made him rich. He was a producer. It takes a lot of hard work to be a producer. Most people are consumers. Up to 14 to 15 hours a day, in fact. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but I would advise you to do 9 to 10 hours a day of actual deep work, at least at the start. Many self-improvement YouTubers, like Hamza, don't do that, and that's his choice. He still earns 300,000 a year. I believe if you're fine with that, then you should go with it. Trust me, most people do 3 to 4 hours deep work, and even then, it's in a 9 to 5 job. So make sure you do not do the 9 to 5 lifestyle, by the way. It's energy draining, losers do it, comfortable, risk-averse life, and you won't enjoy life like that. Getting caught up in it would get you nowhere, and there are very few careers in that area that will make you rich, and there's none that will make you a millionaire or anything, unless you save like mad. You will have productive and unproductive days when you are starting out trying to get into this deep work mental state. It won't just click. Once you start putting in the hours, you won't regret it. Do you want to look back at yourself with gratitude or resentment? First Man Chris is a good example of waiting till the age of 30 to see the rewards. Now, 90% of people won't actually experience the full benefits of the male advantage, but that's because those people don't actually put in the hard work. If you, young, just make a YouTube channel where the daily work for one video for me is only about 45 minutes of script writing plus video making plus the thumbnail, which is shit anyway, and I'm hoping to either find an editor or then edit it myself to take the videos to the next level. And if you have any advice for me, please tell me. But hey, at least I got started, unlike 70% of the pussies watching this. I have noticed once I get into a deep flow mental frame, I stay in the mental state for extended periods of time. Don't have any other tabs open like YouTube or other social media, as that would distract me and you as well. Another thing is, even many men who work hard don't discover is working efficiently, working smart. So if you're in the deep workflow state and writing scripts, then why not write at least 2 or maybe 3 to 4 videos in fact? I should probably record 3 to 4 videos in one sitting from now on. It saves time and improves videos, or at least 2. I will do some tips on how to enter the deep workflow frame and talk about how dopamine detox, which I think is very important. I will make a video on that tomorrow. Iman Gatsi works 8 to 11 hours a day during his monk mode period, but because of the lack of distractions while working, you'd think he was working 11 to 14. Another productivity tip is NoFap, and if you're going to do it, at least do it at night, without porn. But overall, please don't fap. Fapping is for mentally weak losers, and it literally makes you feel dizzy, tired, and low on energy for the day. If you do it in the morning, you will feel like you have no energy to do anything productive that day, so you therefore won't. It could be the difference between 8 to 9 hours of business work, or an hour in the gym, and a couple other things like meditation and reading that are more helpful than fapping. Going on your phone straight when you wake up goes in the same category. Yes, these activities are boring and you won't see the results for quite a long time, but once you do when you're 30 to 50, you won't regret it. Another thing I think is important is not wasting hours scrolling through social media, hoping for a dopamine boost, because the average human does that without even thinking about it, especially in this generation. Look out for this, as you will likely catch yourself doing it unconsciously a couple of times throughout the day. Even I do this occasionally. The last thing, but I'm getting better, the last thing is to understand what counts as productive. In my opinion, stuff like spending time out in nature is valuable, and half you are nerdy people who haven't touched grass at any point in the last 2 years. Meditation and gratitude journaling are productive. YouTube videos or masturbating because, well, any other reason I'm doing this, we all know it isn't true, Jeffrey, and you're finding any excuse you can, like it decreases the risk of prostate cancer. Do not be like the average guy who makes excuses and tries to convince you his unproductive behaviour is actually productive, when in reality, we all know Jeffrey is just as unproductive as a normal person. One last tip. Please don't go on your phone before you go to bed. It probably decreases your productivity by 50%. I'd recommend you expose yourself to a cold shower, in the morning as it motivates you, but you shouldn't use it going to bed either, and makes you feel like you've accomplished something. In fact, I swear a cold shower is basically a 20 to 30% productivity increase for the day. It makes you feel challenged in the morning, like you've achieved something. This is all important because I predict in 5 to 10 years their male advantage will grow more, and the amount of depressed, whether they admit it or not, or broke, instant gratification men that are hella unproductive, obese, or at least overweight will be even more than today. In fact, right now I would say 0.5 to 1% of men live this lifestyle. That's one male per year group at my school. That even so that with the way I see the future playing out, I predict that in 5 to 10 years time, the number will be 20 to 25%. Now, if more men start becoming aware of this through Hamza and First Man, then I'm sure it'll be even more. Okay, now, if you decide to be one of the few people in this generation who develop ambition and implementing action skills, you will see the results, you will see money, and always strive to be 1% better every day.